what message do you want them to get out of from you accomplishing this as a person or even as a Polynesian?
As a Polynesian, that's another reason why I did it, because I wanted to rep my people. You know, I mean, I wasn't born and raised in Hawaii or on the islands. I was born and raised in California, but as I grew up and got to learn more about my culture, I love my culture, and I wanted to do something that would represent my culture well in its own way.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Super Deep podcast, and my name is Starr, your host, and always with me, Miss Kaleo Heda in the building. We are here. We are back with another episode on this podcast. Hope you guys enjoy it. Love that you guys are watching and listening, and this is episode number 30.
Oof.
Episode number 30, the same number as my age. Oh my gosh. And so young. And yeah, we're gonna have a good one because we have a guest in the building. So, are you excited for that, Miss Kaleo?
Yeah. Hello.
I'm excited because I'm a like amongst greatness, because yeah, we'll talk about that when we get into it. But so without further ado, we're gonna get this episode started. Love that you guys are here listening, watching. If you guys are on YouTube, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification button so that you don't miss any episode whenever we air them, because it's been inconsistent, but whenever we air them.
We'll get better.
Yeah, we will. But if you guys are on Spotify, go ahead and follow the podcast and rate us out of 5 stars. If you can give us a 5-star, I would love you to the end of the earth. Thank you guys so much for watching. This podcast episode is sponsored by Okoa Ohana, and you guys can see I'm wearing one of their shirts. They are a Hawaii clothing brand based out of Las Vegas, the 9th island of Hawaii, and their like whole aura, their whole vibe, their whole production is all inspired by Hawaii foods, Hawaii plate lunch, musubis, any type of Hawaii food that you could think of, shave ice, ramen bowl. Like, this is a ramen bowl right here. They their designs are inspired by that. So go check them out at okoaohana.com. Use discount code Supastarrtv for a 15% discount off your purchase, right? And if you want to check out their socials and look at more of their stuff, go ahead and check them out, Okoa_Ohana. So, Kaleo, we're gonna bring
Starr.
our guest in. Oh, yeah. Don't say
Let's
it.
bring her in.
Don't say it like that ever again.
I just said your name, bro.
Okay, well, let's bring this guest in. So, without further ado, we are gonna bring her in the building. Yes, it's a her, and her name is Miss ULUSOKA. Hello, Ulu.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
No worries. Thank you for coming on the show. Appreciate it. You know, take the time out of your busy schedule to come and be with us and talk the shit. You know, shoot the shit with me and Kaleo.
Of course, my pleasure.
So, this is Kaleo's favorite part. We're gonna get started. You know, just to kind of break the ice, we're gonna start with questions roulette, and you guys already know what it is. 10 questions under 1 minute that I don't really time, but you still gotta answer it fast. Kaleo.
We try for 1 minute. It never happens.
Kaleo, go ahead and let's get this going.
Okay, ready? First one's really, really difficult. Cartoon
Okay.
Network or Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon.
Oh, yeah. Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
Apple or bananas?
Bananas.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Watch movies at home or in the theater?
Home.
Have your dream house or dream car?
House.
Scrambled eggs or over easy?
Scrambled.
SpongeBob or Patrick?
SpongeBob.
PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox.
Marvel or DC Comics?
Marvel.
Potato salad or Mac salad?
Mac salad.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I'm only
There's
judging on
no
a few of
way.
those.
What?
I had to like bite my tongue after like a lot of the answers.
That's crazy. What's wrong with my answers?
I'm sorry, Android over iPhone.
Android.
Ew, I haven't had an Android in like
Ew.
years.
Why is it ill? Like this galaxy has been amazing.
I know. I can't stand the green messages. I need it to be blue.
Oh.
If it turns
I'm
green,
sorry. Give me runny yolks all day.
runny yolk is good. I'm a scrambled egg person for sure,
Oof.
but I do like the yolk sometimes. Mix it in with the rice or something.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. Not against it. But I do prefer scrambled for sure.
And I love Patrick more than SpongeBob.
Patrick is the goat.
If Patrick was not in that show, it would not be the same.
It wouldn't.
Right? I mean, hello, little.
'Cause, like, well, actually, a lot of the characters, right? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, literally. I
They all
hated
make
it
it.
when I was younger, but like now I watch it and I'm like, that's great.
Yeah.
although maybe who's that big crab muscle guy? I think I could do without him.
Larry.
Larry. I think if he was
Larry.
missing, it would probably still be the same.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. But I mean,
Because like the main characters, we cannot. Like,
Yeah, for sure. It would not be the same for sure.
I should have asked you. Like, what was it? Maybe Squidward or Plankton.
Oh. Squidward.
oh, yeah, Squidward.
The,
yeah.
the older I get, the more I understand him now.
Right?
That's
At
crazy.
first, when we were little, it's like, man, this guy's always so angry. He's just mad all the time. And now it's like, oh, I get it. He just wants to mind. He just minds his business and wants to just be left alone and go to work and do his own thing. He has crazy neighbors.
That is so relatable, though. You know what I
I
mean?
know.
really is.
We're all up in that age, and now we're like, yeah,
Just want to do my own thing and just vibe, and then we got crazy neighbors just all up in the mix. It's funny.
but I do want to go and ask, like, why Nickelodeon over Cartoon Network?
I grew up with the Nickelodeon. I just did. I don't know.
Same.
Like
I
it,
would have chose Nickelodeon too.
yeah, it was just always like because whenever I go to my grandma's every morning, that's what we would watch was Nick. I never really watched Cartoon Network. I don't know.
Name me better cartoons than Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls. Like, who's gonna what cartoons on Nickelodeon is gonna top that?
Rocket Power, Cat Dog. Damn, that's crazy.
They might be like on a level right below. I like them, but I don't know.
Jeez. Yeah,
Oh,
no. Oh,
No.
that's just what I grew up with.
Look, listen, just because you a child, okay?
I'm
Because
not
you
a child.
child, Starr. You're 30.
I am, but I mean, I grew up on both. I love both, but
Oh,
I grew up on Nickelodeon.
same.
so you guys never ever watched Cartoon Network ever?
Oh, I've got 2 kids. Of course, I watch Cartoon Network.
No,
bro.
nowadays it's not the same. When it was our times, it was a lot better back for both
When it
sides.
was our times, bro. I'm almost 10 years older than you, dude.
You're still a millennial. We're all millennials here.
Dang.
Still choose Nickelodeon.
Yeah, for sure. All day.
I want to hear it in the comments. So you guys agree? You guys probably agree with me. Thank you very much. I'm gonna need more people that's on my side because usually when we bring guests in,
comments. He needs verification and justification that he is right. Make sure you
Yeah.
put it down below.
no,
Needs
not
that validation.
no, not that I'm right. I just need people on my side. It's always
he needs camaraderie here.
whatever. So let's move on. That was good. Probably answered the fastest out of all of our guests so far.
Legit.
I forgot to put in one last question. But I'll just ask it just to see what your answer is. But who is the best podcast host? Oh yeah, never mind.
That's crazy. Kaleo.
That's crazy.
Let's move on. Wow. Wow.
And every time, Starr.
It happens every time. I'm just waiting to see who that guest is gonna actually say my name.
They're out there. We don't know where, but they're out there. Kidding, Starr.
All right. Let me take it away with this next one because I want to know what yours is, and this is a thing that we like to do. So the next one is a one must go, and just like what I asked earlier with the music or the musicians, I catered this to you and Kaleo because you guys connected earlier. So one must go. I give you 4 choices, and one of them has to go. So the 4 choices is Yoda, Ahsoka, Anakin Skywalker, or Obi-Wan.
Yoda.
Why would you get rid of Yoda?
I have my reasons. Not that he's not a goat. He is. Yoda is crazy. But listen.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing because I would say Yoda too. But what is wrong with you, Starr?
What do you mean? What's wrong with me?
I know he made me choose. He made me choose, and that's honest. Unfortunately, it would be Yoda. You can't get rid of the OG trio. You know, if you watch Clone Wars, you can't get rid of them. They have to stay together. That is why things happened the way they did, because they separated. You know, it's unfortunate.
But Yoda is like the Tom Brady of NFL. Just there's no Star Wars without Yoda.
True, but yeah, it's like more nerdy reasons why I would get rid of.
Okay, what's the nerdy reasons? Let's hear it.
Because there's more to Star Wars than just, all that. I don't know. Just like the whole, I feel like if they just got outside of their ego, the Jedi, a lot of things, like for example, Qui-Gon Jinn, he warned them about a Sith. And then Yoda and Mace Windu, they're like, they're gone. What the heck? But if they just entertained it, maybe looked into it and weren't so ignorant and things like that and got outside of their own egos, they probably could have, not saying it probably would have been prevented because, the ways of the Force, things would have happened regardless because Palpatine's crazy. But I feel like they probably wouldn't have been so arrogant, if they just listened to people. And even to Ahsoka, whatever, what happened to Ahsoka, they were so quick to just take the political side instead of actually... There's a lot of reasons. It's mostly just because he did have arrogance to him in a lot of ways. A lot of the Jedi did. That's why they fell. So,
yep,
that's my point.
So you agree?
I love you.
That's why they fell, because the freaking Sith Lord was right in front of them the whole time and they didn't see it. It's crazy because they were blinded by their own, by themselves. So they thought they were invincible, in my opinion, and they weren't. So
Facts.
I don't know. That's me. That's my nerdy opinion. That's my nerdy opinion on why I would choose Yoda.
I agree with that nerdy opinion.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So. Star's just like, okay.
Star's like, I have no idea what to say to this right now.
He's like, I regret asking the question.
No, that's good. Now, I learned more because, I've watched Star Wars, but I was never like, really.
But you never really watched Star Wars.
I never really got into it. Like, I know the gist and I know, a lot of the, who's who and who became who and all that stuff, but all the details that what you just said went right over my head.
It's okay.
It's all good. No worries. I'm sure Ulu, a lot of your, your friends and peeps that maybe will watch this episode will probably be like, "Come on, Starr, get with it." Maybe I should have done more research on Star Wars because I kind of knew we were going to talk a little bit about Star Wars.
a little bit.
Speaking of, how many lightsabers do you have back there?
Well, I have 7 technically. I have Ahsoka's Rebel Hilts. That's 2. And then I have Ahsoka's Clone Wars hilts. That's another 2. And then I have Anakin's, Darth Vader's. And then I have my lightsaber that I made at Galaxy's Edge. So that's 7. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And I'm gonna get another one next month, and it's just gonna keep growing.
Let's go.
the whole wall is just gonna be like
Heck yeah.
Why not?
Why not? It's adult money. I have adult money now. I can finally get my lightsabers.
Yes. I love adult money.
Yeah, right?
You ever gonna get one of those like lifetime, life size figures, like maybe the life size R2D2, or that'll be, because I see a lot of people that have the life size.
I don't know. I think they're cool, but I don't think I would get one. Maybe a Chopper. I like Chopper. It depends on the droid. Chopper's my favorite droid. He's in the Rebels animated show though. But R2's obviously the GOAT. But I don't know. I don't see myself owning one, but we'll see. You never know.
So we know Ulu's favorite is Ahsoka. Kaleo, who's yours? Ahsoka too.
That's my girl.
Heck yeah.
That's my girl.
Okay, I'll just tell you mine. Mine is Chewbacca. I've always loved him. So
Chewbacca is the GOAT.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, when I was little, I've always like tried. I mean, I can do it now, but I've always like worked on.
Prove it.
Yeah, I've always worked on trying to do his, what he does.
Do it.
No,
Do it.
we're not
Prove
gonna
it.
do that. It's
Prove
probably
it.
gonna. It's probably
Prove
gonna
it.
cut them.
Yeah. You said you've always worked on it. We want to hear it.
Oh, now the mic's gonna cut out. Okay.
The mic's gonna cut out. All right, all right, here we go. You know what? Actually, we'll do it later.
Okay. Got it.
Let's move on. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. So with I wanted to bring Ulu on the podcast for a while now, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to bother her in her busy schedule, because if you guys don't know a lot about streaming, she streams video games and a bunch of different stuff on Twitch, and she's actually a Twitch partner. So she is among a lot of the elite streamers. At least I like to put it that way. Partner in streaming Twitch. She's an inspiration to a lot of the Islanders that do stream, and I don't think a lot of people tell her that, so I just figure tell you that, Ulu. But I wanted to talk about your streaming career, video gaming career, and all that stuff, and why you got into it and all that stuff. So the first question, like, why did you start streaming?
Why did I start streaming? So I finally got a PC, and because I was on the thing is, I hadn't gamed in a long time. Last time I had a console was when I was in high school. My dad and them bought a console for me and my siblings to share, and then the Xbox got the Ring of Death, and that was the last one they ever got for us. So we didn't get another Xbox or anything. So I hadn't gamed in a long time, and then I got a Switch, and then I started playing Pokemon games, and I started playing Fortnite with my family, and then I got really into Fortnite, and I really loved the game, and I wanted to learn more about it. I wanted to learn how to play it, because if you don't know what Fortnite is, you have to. When I found Fortnite, the only option was to build, and you use builds to protect yourself, to win fights and things like that. And I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So I found a streamer, and I stuck around in her community for a long time. And then her name was Bewitching, and she actually inspired me to stream. And then some of my friends that I met through her community actually streamed as well. And then I was like, dang, this is really cool. Like, just to play a game and like have people hang out in your chat and just hang out and talk and play video games. And then when I got my PC, I was like, I should try it, and see how it goes. And then I tried it out. First it was just a hobby, and then I actually ended up really loving it. And it was more so just like the community that was like the small little humble community that I started to build, and then over time it just started growing more and making more friends, and then it was really fun. So it became something that I actually just really enjoyed and found a passion for that I didn't expect to find at all, because I went to college. I got a bachelor's in psychology, and I was going to work in mental health. But then I had worked in the mental health field for a little bit, and I quickly learned that it was not for me. I got burnt out really bad, really fast, and it wasn't good for me. So I was kind of just like in the abyss of like trying to figure out what my next move was, and then I got my PC, started streaming, and then I was still working jobs and stuff, but then I didn't go full time until pretty much I'm coming up on a year now. I hit my year full time like October 2nd. So
Wow.
I was just kind of just going job from job and just figuring, just working to make ends meet. But then full scented on streaming just about a year ago, and here we are. It's been
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Honestly, crazy. You and I have a lot in common.
Nice.
lot.
I love it.
Psychology degree here.
Mhm.
I got into streaming probably about 2 years ago.
Yep.
Just
Same.
for fun, because I got back into gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Started as a hobby, and then
Yep.
just took off from there.
Exactly. Pretty much the same thing. 2 years. I hit my 2 years of affiliate just last month. So
Wow.
it's
Nice.
literally the same thing. That's funny. That's dope. So yeah, that's how I fell into it and loved it ever since. And now I do it as a full-time career. It's
I
crazy.
love that. I love that.
Thank you. Thank you. I love it too. It's the best.
Definitely is the best. The next question, you basically answered it. Like, when did you realize that gaming was something that you like to do? I mean, we all can agree, right, that gaming is always something that we like to do. We always enjoyed it, right?
Yeah.
Well, and for so many people, it's an escape.
Mhm.
It's an escape from their everyday monotony, and sometimes it helps their mental well-being,
Mhm.
It's what
Yeah.
it did for me the longest time. So,
Yeah. Definitely for me too. It was like an escape, and just I met a lot of cool people through gaming, and we just hang out, play games. It was just something else, to another hobby to do, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Same, pretty much.
and you
Just
can change somebody's day in a stream, Like that alone is amazing.
Yeah.
funny. I met both you guys from streaming and gaming.
Yeah, see? And now look. Exactly. Like streaming can do more. It's a lot of people just think, "Oh, I'm good at video games, let me stream it." It's like it's actually just there's so much more that comes out of it if like you can make lifelong friends from it,
Oh, yeah.
or affect people's day, affect them. And yeah, like I've had some amazing community members like express what my streams have done for them, and I honestly, like, why I wanted to stream was because I wanted to give what uh Bewitching, the streamer I told you guys about that inspired me to stream. What her community gave me was friends to play games with. I was like, I just want like another place where people who want to play games with people and vibe. I just want to provide that for them. And it's like a dream come true, because a lot of my community plays with each other. A lot of them stream. They just play games, and it's so cool to see. So I love it. It makes me happy. It's like just seeing everything come to fruition. It's really cool.
I got a question, and I just thought of it. So, and it's not on the outline that I sent both you guys, and both of you guys can answer. And I think I've thought about this before, but to your point about community members reaching out and it's like, hey, you've helped me with this and you've helped me with that, and I'm really glad that you stream. You've really been a big impact on my life. Does that
Mhm.
put a lot of pressure on you guys to maybe some days that you maybe want to take a break, but you're like, oh, I don't want to let these people down, so maybe I should stream, and you know what I mean? Like, how much pressure is that?
Go ahead.
I mean, a little bit, but mostly it gives me more motivation to be better because usually I get those messages at perfect times because I always think I'm failing them, you know, because maybe some days I have a bad day on the game or you know I'm just horrible and um you know things like that, and then I get messages from them and telling me about what my stream has done for them, and I'm like, okay, so they could really give a rat's if you know I'm being bad. They just want a place to hang out, you know. So I need to like stop thinking that way and um but yeah, I mean it gives a little pressure, but it's good pressure. It's like okay, like I need like it motivates me to want to be better and to be a better streamer for them, and just encourages me to be myself, and that something that I'm doing is right, you know. And I don't know what it is, but I guess I so yeah, it's pressure, but good pressure, in my opinion. I like it. It encourages me to just be my best self. So
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And not, I mean, seriously though, like
hmm
there are times where it feels like it is overwhelming
hmm
and you want to do as much as you can, especially if you're someone, you know, like me, it's huge on mental health, right? Like my whole thing is mental health
hmm
because so many people lack the ability to walk through the steps to get through whatever avenue in life that they're in right now.
hmm
So I do a lot of that in my streams. We talk about mental health and you know, if somebody comes in and they're talking down on themselves and stuff like that, I'm huge on being like, okay, let's stop, let's take a minute, let's say 3 nice things right now,
hmm
you know,
That's awesome.
and I always preach, you know, be uniquely you. It's the best thing that you could ever do.
hmm
And that for me, when I realize, okay, like no fakeness, none of this, everything's hunky dory, because it's not all hunky dory all the time. It's
It's not.
not.
Mm-mm.
And it's real life. We are human beings, even though we're here streaming and we're giving content, and, you know, whatever, we are
hmm
still human beings. And it's a matter of being unadulteratedly you. And
Yeah,
if people like it, they're gonna be there, they're gonna enjoy it. It's gonna change their life for hopefully the better, you know, give them a place to feel comfortable, feel safe. Obviously, we
exactly.
all know that the internet's not necessarily a safe place all the time, but if
No.
you can create that community that gives you that sense of camaraderie,
Yeah,
acceptance, that for me is like the biggest strain for me is because I always want to make sure that people feel welcomed and loved and respected.
hmm
So that can be hard, but people also understand, hey, I'm having a bad day. We're not streaming today. Maybe we'll pick up tomorrow, maybe we won't, you know,
hmm
whatnot. People just need to be understanding about that. As long as you communicate. Life's all about
exactly.
communication.
Exactly. And that's what I tell my community too. Like there's days where I just don't stream and I tell them, and then you know they understand because everyone's human at the end of the day. They understand that I'm human, and it's like you know things happen, and you just gotta be understanding, you know. And a
Yeah.
lot of them are. So it's a I have an amazing community. So they're great. They're super great. That's awesome though.
That is awesome. And then like on those days where you maybe need a mental or emotional break from, streaming and all that stuff cuz like, sometimes you feel like you sometimes well, at least for me, right? I don't want to speak on behalf of you guys, but sometimes you feel like you got to put a face on, to
hmm
you know, um I guess cater to the community and all that stuff, right? And sometimes that's actually a lot of times it's very emotionally and physically, mentally draining. So, if you're not taking care of yourself, like how you're not going to be able to put your best foot forward, to be able to, I guess, entertain the community or just hang out with your friends and stuff. But even when you take that break, I think that's why Discord is pretty big too. Because even though you're not streaming, they can still interact and hang out with you in Discord and all that stuff. Because I know both of you guys do that.
hmm
Yeah, oh
So
yeah.
Exactly.
yes, Kaleo, I know I see you in there all the time.
Yeah,
um,
Discord's great.
yeah.
Talk us through the feeling of getting partnered on Twitch.
uh, it was overwhelming. It was just like, that's the best way I can describe it. It was like overwhelming and surreal and just honestly, it was the best because it was rough at first. Because I mean, it happens to a lot of people. I applied, I hit the average, and then I applied, and unfortunately, the first time I got denied, and then so I was discouraged. But then my community came back and supported me like even 10 times harder. They're like, "No, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it." And so we kept up our numbers for another 30 days, and then I reapplied, and then it was crazy because I had just finished streaming. And then I was like, well, I don't know if I got the email yet, but let me go check. And I got the email, and it said that I got accepted, and I was a partner. And I was like, no way! And then I was just like, I was screaming, and then, yeah, it was crazy. And then the first person I told was actually Bewitching. And then I told Thor, my husband, because he was working, and so me and her had just finished streaming, and we were in Discord together, and I told her, and it was just crazy. And then I told my community, and it was just surreal, because I had never thought that I would ever, because like I said, I started this for fun. I had never had any expectation or goal to be a Twitch partner ever. I never thought it would happen for me, to be honest. I just did it for fun, and I said, if my community grows and get to that point, then sick, like I'll apply. But at this point, I don't expect anything, because to maintain an average of 75 or more, that's hard. I remembered how much I struggled when I was trying to get affiliate. You have to average 3, and I'm like 75. Bruh, that's never gonna happen for me. Like maybe that sounds negative, but I was just trying to be realistic. 75 people watching my stupid self. I don't know. Like, who's gonna stay around that long? And then somehow they found me and they stayed. And here we are. And so it was just awesome. And just I'm super grateful for it. And I had no idea that I would ever be at that point. And the fact that we hit it, and now it's just the trick is to keep growing, and that's a whole nother journey. But it's been a fun journey, trying to figure out and navigate content creating and streaming and networking, and collaborating with other streamers, and just and being there for your community, and and giving back. So it's a whole nother journey after that, but it's been worth it. So that's the best way I can describe it. It was just surreal. It was just a dream come true. Really, it was crazy.
That's what's up. I mean, I think that's like the normal reaction that you would get, from everybody. Because I'm pretty sure that Kaleo, you felt the same exact way when you got the verified for Kick. And if you guys, yeah,
I was at home by myself when I got it.
Dang.
And I didn't know what I like was literally in somebody's chat, just chit chatting away, network and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, boom, there was that
Got the
check mark next to my name, and I was like, "What the?"
That's crazy.
Like, and I was like, "Oh my god, let's see if they notice." And so I just kept typing and just kept typing and just kept typing, and I was just like, "Okay, so I got my sticker, yay!"
Nice.
And they're like, "Wait, what?" And they're like, "Holy crap!" They got so excited, and then I called someone, and I was crying, and I was like, "Oh my god, I actually did it!" Like it was a very proud moment. Like,
No,
it just
it is a very proud. It because it's hard. It's hard work. Yeah, it's hard work. It's really hard, and I think I rarely, because I officially went full time in October, and then I got partnered in April, so it was pretty much 6 months. And I don't think I took off a lot of days in between then. And then when I was officially partner pushing, I rarely took any days off, and it's exhausting because that's how bad I wanted it though. Once I saw it was within reach, I was like, I want it, So I pushed, and
Oh yeah.
It's exhausting, but it's hard work. It's really
Definitely
hard
is.
work, but it was worth it. We got the check mark, and it's been great.
Definitely is, because people don't realize, some, parents or the generation before us, they're always like, video games, get off the game and all that stuff,
Get a real
or get a
job.
real
I guess,
job,
yeah.
right? But they don't
I see
realize
that.
that streaming is in the entertainment business. That's a
Yeah.
career. You know what I mean?
And it's hard with the generation, like our parents or grandparents. I feel like a lot of people in that generation, they work with their hands. So if you're not working with your hands or like labor, it's like, are you like, I don't know.
Are you
That's
really accomplishing something if you're not working with your hands?
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And all due respect to, that generation, it's like, that's everyone grew up differently, and then I didn't want to do that. I'm like, listen, I'm down to work out at the gym, but I don't want to. I've done labor jobs. It's hard, like I want to be able to work hard and make a good living by doing what I want, and maybe it's in the AC. I don't know. So here we are, but yeah, no, it is like, yeah, a lot of people think it's not a real job. It's because you're just playing games all day. It's not a real job. You're fine. It's like it's
There's
a lot more
so
than that.
much to it. There's
So much to it.
Yeah.
You're not just playing games. There's times where you guys are just hanging out, or you guys are, I don't know, watching something, or you know what I mean.
Mhm.
You are literally entertaining a crowd. That's really what it is.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So from all of that, right? And both you guys too, because since you guys are both kind of basically in the same situation, just two different platforms. Oh well, before I ask this question, if you guys do want to check out both of their streams, will be in the description below. Go ahead and check them out. Let them know that you found their stream and you're there to check them out. You saw it from the podcast, and yeah, enjoy. Trust me, you will enjoy.
Yes, you will.
You will, because I enjoy, and as much as I enjoy watching both of them, stream and laugh, and I wanna get in on it. It kind of motivates me to get back into streaming, but I just know I'm not on that level, and I probably don't have the same drive as them. Like, that's just with anything in life, right? If you don't have the drive and the motivation to actually do it, don't force yourself, right?
Mhm.
So I realized that, I like to do other stuff. And so I went that route, which is why we're doing this podcast, because I don't know, this is something I like to do, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, check the streams out. Links are below. Subscribe, and yeah, enjoy. So this next question, right? With all of that, right, Ulu?
Mhm.
What message do you want to express to others? Other people either in the same situation as what you guys started at, or just people in general. Like, what message do you want them to get out of from you accomplishing this, as a person, or even as a Polynesian?
Yeah, as a Polynesian, that's another reason why I did it, because I wanted to rep my people. I mean, I wasn't born and raised in Hawaii or on the islands. I was born and raised in California, but as I grew up and got to learn more about my culture, I love my culture, and I wanted to do something that would represent my culture well in its own way, and as a Polynesian, just, I mean, it's cliche, but just be you. That's honestly all I do is I just have fun, be myself, and if there's people who come in my stream who don't vibe with it, and I tell them it's okay. There's so many other streamers out there that I'm pretty sure you can vibe with, and it's okay. You don't have to. That's the beauty of it. You can just keep scrolling and find another person that you vibe with. But there are people who have told me they're like, I haven't found a streamer like you who, unfortunately I rage. I rage a lot at the game, and I cuss and I say what's on my mind, and they mess with it. They like it. I don't know. Are we allowed to cuss on the podcast?
Oh,
Are we allowed to cuss here? Oh, okay. Well, they fuck with it. So I'm like, I don't know if we can cuss or not. So I've been watching my mouth.
It's so hard.
It is pretty hard.
It is hard. I've been watching my mouth this whole time. I wasn't sure, so I wanted to be respectful. But no, and so some people come in, they fuck with it, and then they're just like, bro, I'm staying, and that's honestly all that you can do. You'll be doing a disservice to your community if you're not being yourself, because the whole point is for them to get to know who you are. And if they get to know who you are, then they'll stay. They'll support you for you, not the game or whatever you're doing on your stream, on your platform, That's how I look at it. Just make sure you're having fun, because if you're not having fun, then you're not doing what you love. Because that's what I learned quickly too, because I've had jobs growing up where I just hated it. It's work. It's a job, A job is a job. But I've never found anything that I actually enjoyed getting up for in the morning until I started streaming, and it's like, geez, I actually look forward to my routine and getting up, going to the gym in the morning, and then getting ready for stream, and then streaming for 5 to 6 hours, and then making content, and then hanging out, and then that's it. That's my day. And make sure you're enjoying it, being yourself. You would be doing a disservice to people coming into your platform and just seeing something that is not authentic, or original, or being yourself. And yeah, just be your own boss. That's another thing I love about it, just being my own boss and calling the shots and doing what I love, playing what I love, playing with who I want to play with, and talk about conversations that are important, or just talking just to shoot the shit. We just laugh about dumb things on my stream. We make dumb jokes, but it's a good time. Everyone's having a good time, and it just feels more like everyone's just talking story, having fun, and that's honestly all I could ever ask for, is a place, a fun and safe place for everyone just to hang out and talk, and make sure you're providing that for whatever your channel is about. That's honestly all I could really say in my message for anyone looking into this. It's but make sure you have the drive for it too, because it's hard.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
It's fun and rewarding, but it's everything comes with hard work. Whether you're there's no easy way out of doing something. I feel like a lot of people say, I want to do something to make money easy. It's like, even in this, there's still hard work. There's
Never
hard work in
easy.
anything. It's never easy, no matter. But it makes it easy if you love it, if it's something that you're passionate about. So that's the difference. So, that's it. There's still hard work with it, though. Just have fun, be yourself. Be willing to work hard, and just go for it. That's it.
I think
that was my message to myself, and here we are.
I think the biggest thing to add on to that is really patience, right? Because
yes,
people want results
good point.
fast, right? People want results fast. They want it easy. But with everything that you just said, Ulu, like, they need patience, right? They need patience, because it may not happen right away, but it'll come. It'll come.
And some people are really lucky, and it does. But sometimes it takes time. Like, I started 2 years ago. I remember when I would be excited to have 10 viewers. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I hit double digits. This is crazy. And then, like, my friends who supported me from the beginning, they're like, dude, your stream had 16 people in it today. I'm like,
yep.
And it's like, it slowly grows, and I remember when it would be in the 20s, and then I remember it would be in the 30s, and I'm like, dude, this is crazy. And then it started getting higher, and I'm like, what the heck? Why are people like, do people really enjoy this?
Right.
Do they really enjoy my dumbass?
Right.
And they do. And then now every day I get, it takes time. And now 2 years later, we're starting to average 100, which is insane. It's crazy. And then I started streaming on TikTok as well, which has only supplemented, my career. Streaming on TikTok has been challenging in its own way, because it's TikTok. There's a lot of trolls on TikTok, but there's a lot more positive than negative. and the negative always tries to, drown out the positive that comes with it. But yeah, streaming on multiple platforms has only benefits you as well, to gain more exposure and grow your community. Because there's people who wouldn't have found me otherwise if it wasn't for TikTok and etc. Vice versa. So just putting yourself out there, being comfortable with getting uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So
We love it. We love it. Well, congratulations on your, success in the streaming and that, career.
thanks.
I mean, to you, Kaleo, congratulations on your part.
Yeah, you too, sis. That's awesome.
Thanks.
I am. I mean, honestly, I am. It's in good sense when I say this, but I'm jealous because obviously I started the same, as you guys, just doing it for fun, right? And for me to see you guys, succeed in that aspect, and I see you guys as family, right? I am really proud, and yeah, there's a little jealousy. Yeah, shit, I wish it was me, but I'm happy. I'm happy that you guys are there. So, um, we are gonna move on from the streaming part. Kala, you can ask the first question, but we're gonna go dive a little deeper into, our Pacific Islander culture a little bit. So let's do it.
Mm. So, growing up as a Polynesian, what's one of the things that you love about our culture?
The aspect of family, just being there for your family, loving your family, and just how huge family is in our culture. It's very important, and respect, and sharing aloha.
Yes.
It's just like the simplest things. It's funny, but just being respectful, family, and just sharing love wherever you go. Just being the happy people, but also not putting up with anyone's crap. we don't take that. We don't take we can be nice.
Polynesian attitude.
we can be nice. We take care of ours when we need to, but we also don't put up with your crap at the same time, and I feel like it's good to have that balance, and I feel like a lot of people see that with Polynesians, like they're the nicest people ever, but they all, it's good to have boundaries.
Fuck up.
Yeah, it's good to have boundaries too. Like, no, that's not okay, and so that's.
Shoot, we didn't even establish what islander are you? What is your culture, Ulu?
My grandma is Hawaiian and Filipino, and then my grandpa is born in Samoa, and then so Hawaiian, Samoan, and my mother is white. So I'm all
I think we all have.
Also white.
I'm white. I'm an imposter. No, I'm just kidding. But no, so Hawaiian, Samoan.
So we got Kaleo's Hawaiian and I'm Samoan, and then now you are a mix of both.
I am a mix.
What are some of the, actually, before I ask this, you're definitely not wrong. We are the most loving, most family oriented, right? Most happy people until you get on our shit list. So I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
I don't think I've ever, both of you guys, I don't think I've ever seen you guys in that, I guess you want to say, tita stage, right?
You don't want to.
It takes a lot to get me there. That's why you don't want to see me there.
Yeah, you don't. Exactly.
I don't think. I mean, I got the idea. But... So brings me to the next question. What do you think is one of the biggest challenges you faced as a Polynesian, especially living in the mainland away from the islands?
Just being in the minority. Growing up, I feel like there wasn't always a lot of Polynesians. I mean, in California there were, we had, but I don't know. Even with me, I felt like a lot of them, I never got the pleasure or I never grew up learning the language. Like my I didn't grow up in my grandpa's house. You know, he knows someone, but I never got to learn the language. And so growing up, a lot of the Polynesians I did know, they knew either Tongan or Samoan. And so I always still felt out of place because I didn't know the language, you know. So that just being in the minority, and then, you know, maybe not knowing the language, and in a lot of ways not feeling like I'm Polynesian enough, you know. But
Oof, I
you know,
understand that.
yeah. And so when I did live in Hawaii for a while, that's where I feel like I actually got to learn a lot more about my culture and about my people. And I already loved my culture, but that's where I fell in love with it even more. Like finally embracing who I am and what I am, and wanting to do more with it instead of just going through the motions of, you know, like, oh, like kind of like being able to like rep that. They're like, oh, you're Hawaiian. I'm like, yeah, I'm Hawaiian, and someone like something like just to brag about, but I didn't really understand what that meant, you know. But until I lived in Hawaii and got to be around people who taught me about it, and dancing, and just being don't expect much from me. I am not graceful by any means. I only did a few, and yeah, let's just say that's I still loved. I wish I was. That's another thing. I wish I grew up and danced and was more graceful, and because it's so beautiful to watch. I love watching Mary Monarch, and you know, just anything with hula. It's the best. I love watching it, and so yeah, I feel like I missed out on a lot of things by growing up a little whitewashed Polynesian, as I guess you might say. But I feel like I know enough now and learned enough to where I want to do something with it, you know. And so like that's what encouraged me to stream, to be different, you know, and to represent my culture, and you know, and I feel like it has been paying off. You know, I for the past few months, I believe since like April or so, or I've been on the top 50 most watched female Fortnite chart, and I've recognized most of the other women on there who are incredible, but I don't see that any other Polynesians on there.
Yeah.
I feel like all the other Poly girls are all like on COD or something because they're crazy on COD. But Fortnite, I don't see. There's a lot of underrated. I know a lot of Polynesian girls who do play Fortnite who don't stream and aren't on there. They should be, but you know, and so it's nice to be on there for them, though. You know, to even if it's just Fortnite.
Right.
I panic build.
And panic build, yeah.
I can't. I'm a mouse and key player.
But there's zero build, sis. There's zero builds.
Well, I know there's zero build, but still, like I can't even. I can't handle zero build. I love build, but I panic build like no tomorrow. I'm like,
it's okay. I still do that. I still do that too.
Better be safe than sorry.
So yeah, I don't know if I even answered your question. I'm kind of just going on.
No, you did.
Yeah,
you did.
Okay.
I think Kaleo, you relate to that situation a lot because you were raised in the mainland, right? So
I was, yeah.
And you, I think we talked about it before, where how, like, you know, when you would go back to the island, yeah, you felt a little distant, but you know, just being in a culture kind of made you appreciate it more, you know, going back home.
Exactly.
And you know, honestly, I keep thinking, Ulu, that you freaking were raised in Hawaii, but
I wish.
So the next question, right? You seen I put Hawaii in parentheses. I'm like, oh wait, she was raised in Cali majority of the time. But like, you know, you and you know, your other half has been across the country, literally, right? Like how is it living away from family?
You know, it's a little hard sometimes because you don't just have someone to that's nearby that you can go to anymore. But it's nice to have that distance sometimes. I've liked it just being us, but you know, and family will come visit and we can go visit family. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. There's sometimes where I wish, because I used to live close to my sister, and then I would just go down the street and hang out and play with my nephews, and Now I can't do that. So like there's moments where I miss having family nearby, but I feel like distance is always good, where it gives everyone their space and their own room to grow in their own way without having a family nearby to be not like, I don't know, I guess it's the wrong way to say it, but to be rescued all the time. Really kind of learning to lean on one another has helped us grow even more as a husband and wife. How to get through the obstacles on our own without having to, figure it out or having someone else help us figure it out. So I liked it. I like it in its own way.
Definitely not wrong. Kaleo, anything? Any added thoughts to just living away from family and stuff?
It's hard. I mean, it's definitely hard,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, it was I had a very, lack of better words, overbearing family.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, moving away was definitely much needed to be able to find myself and not feel like I needed to fill specific shoes that I was told to fill.
Yeah.
Do I miss it? Absolutely. I miss
Mm-hmm.
just being able to, just like go a few minutes away and have somebody be there, or like be able to drop the
Exactly.
kids off or something.
Yeah.
But what we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to leave and grow and nourish and
Exactly.
share. So
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, also, yeah, it also is a big thing with kids too, right? If you have kids, and Kaleo, you can probably attest to this, right? If you have kids, it is hard, kind of being with just you and your family away, especially across the sea, right?
Yeah.
It is definitely challenging when kids are not growing up with their cousins and their other family that's around the same age and stuff like that, because that,
yeah.
like, what people don't understand, like, I'm sure every culture is different, but our culture is like, we, like what Ulu said earlier, family oriented. Like, I think at that age when they're super young, I think they need their cousins to be around, you know, not just their
Yeah.
siblings or stuff, right? Um, just kind of brings us closer. That's what makes our culture beautiful. Is they may be aunties, uncles, or cousins, or but there are brothers and sisters. There are moms and dads. They're not aunties and uncles. There are moms and dads. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we're gonna talk about maybe a little hot topic that's been going on for the past couple month or so, right?
So can you give me your quick thoughts on the Maui situation? How everything's being handled? The Rock, Oprah, you know?
Yeah.
Thoughts.
Uh, to be honest, I told this to Starr. Um, First of all, it's tragic. That is, I've seen photos and the footage, and it's just insane that fire just had no mercy. No, that was just the craziest tragic thing I've seen, and I feel so bad for all of the people who lost their homes and their loved ones, and just in a blink, in a second, in a blink of an eye, it was just gone. And I had some friends and family who were affected, and a friend who lost his home, and you know, luckily everyone's alive. But because things at the end of the day, things are things. They can always be replaced, but people can't. And it's sad to see that a lot of people did lose their lives. And so, my thoughts are always with the people of Lahaina. And, I know that Hawaii can do Hawaii things, and they'll come together and they'll come back even stronger. That's the power of aloha over there. I've seen it. That's what I learned really quick with, you know, our people. Like, you knock them down and they'll get back up. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
It's sad, but they'll come back 10 times stronger. So
Yep.
I have full faith in that they'll be even stronger from this, and hopefully Maui can the people they can prevent this from happening again, because that was just, man. But I will be honest, I am very bad when it comes to what's going on social media and the news. I don't watch any of it. So I was honest with Supa. I'm like, I don't know what's happening with The Rock. I just didn't want to lie and make up an answer, but with Oprah or anything, because in my head I don't really care about them. I don't know if that's rude of me to say. I feel like, I don't know, whenever celebrities get involved, I always feel like they're just like, I feel like in a way they mean well, but I feel like they're in a way just trying to make themselves look good. And I hope that they do help them, but at the end of the day, they weren't there. And I don't even know if I'm even answering the question. And I just hope that they do help the people. But and maybe you guys can shed some light on what they're doing, because I don't know.
No,
I just don't. I don't really care for celebrities. I don't know. I just never. I think about the people, and that's what I look at. Yeah.
Right. No, and that's how I feel about a lot of situations too. When celebrities get involved, right? Like, okay,
I called you Supa again, didn't I?
it's all good. It's all good.
Um,
But
I told you.
the only reason why I had that in there is because I just felt like The Rock. I mean, he was raised in Hawaii too, so I feel like with them being super big celebrities, they're not just a celebrity, right? They're really really huge and
Yeah.
had big impacts, right? They just got a lot of hate for trying to do what's right, and seeing their actions, they are actually doing it because they feel that it's right, not just for publicity and all that stuff, right? And as we all know, right, with the donations that, a lot of people from, from the islands that was able to raise millions of dollars, right, get held, to help the people. The one big thing that I thought that was really helpful from those two, from The Rock and Oprah, was that they actually, gave their personal resources directly to the people instead of just putting it in like a charity fund or one of those organizations that are, or like what, the Red Cross or whatever.
I always see it like they donate it, and I'm like, give it to the people.
Yeah, actually
Like,
give it to the people. So, because
Yeah.
because what if they never get it? There's
Yeah.
always that chance they don't even get it, right?
And for a long time
Yeah.
they didn't, right? The Red Cross and all that stuff, they held that, which is so, I still think
Yeah,
it's so
that's
stupid.
why I think that's what I was more referring to, is like they always say, I'm donating this much, and it's like,
Right,
okay,
right.
are they actually gonna get it?
Yeah,
It's
right.
like, give it to the people who, so
So that's what they actually are doing. They're boots on the ground and actually using their resources directly to the people, and they get a lot of
Good.
hate. They've
They
been
get
getting
hate
it.
for
Yeah,
it?
yeah, they got hate for it, and they're like, "Oh, Oprah's." Well, and a lot of it came from the local people because they had the same mindset what we just said. They're like, they're just doing it for publicity. Yeah, get out of here. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's a lot of emotions are going around, so I could
'Cause
understand.
Oprah lives in Hawaii, doesn't she? Or she has a house, or am I
She has
mistaken?
property on a couple
She has
islands.
property. Yeah. Okay.
She'll go from time to time or whatever, but yeah. So
I see. So they're actually putting the money where their mouth is, and then
Oh, yeah.
they were just getting.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So they're actually doing good, but
yeah.
getting hate for it.
Yeah, they're still getting hate, and it sucks,
Okay.
and I understand, right? The emotions are all over the place, and
Yeah,
I
that
could
could
totally
be.
understand. I could totally understand.
Yeah, I can see that too. Just emotions are high, and I can't even begin to understand how they're feeling. The people who went through that, just they just went through this tragic thing, and then here comes, they're meaning well, obviously, but then here comes two people coming in to save the day, and it's like, where were you? I don't know. Maybe in my head I'll be like, well, where were you before? It's like, why? It's like, I feel like people only step in when there's danger. There's
Right.
always, or something happens. It's like, why can't we always be there for each other why does something need to happen, in order for people to step in and do things? Why does it need
Sometimes something
need to
needs
come
to
that point?
happen in order for people to open up their eyes.
That's true. Unfortunately. That's crazy though.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I mean, I can see them, a lot of people feeling that way. But like I said, I can't begin to even pretend to know how they feel. But yeah, that's
You know, it's crazy. I seen a lot of like content creators and influencers, like Islander influencers that live in the mainland, and they're making videos. They're expressing their feelings on sending their prayers or loves to the Maui people, right? Um, and a lot of I mean, you said it earlier. There's a lot of trolls on TikTok, so it's probably just trolling, but still, like people are hating on like, oh, what are you doing in Colorado or what are you doing in Missouri? Why aren't you back in Hawaii? Like,
mhm.
if we all could go back and help, frick, we would. But you know how
Yeah.
expensive it is. You know what I mean? It's not like we're not making that choice to not do anything because we just don't want
Right.
to.
Mhm.
Like,
Exactly. It costs money to go there. I don't have
Right.
money.
Right.
Probably more expensive for you, Ulu, because you're literally across the country.
Yeah, it's like a 8-hour flight, I think.
No,
Because
longer
we
than
flew
that.
we flew here directly from Honolulu to Orlando, and yeah, it was almost a 10-hour. I think 8 to 9 or something like that. So
See?
it's a lot. Yeah, it's anyways. That's besides the point. But yeah, it's a long flight. It's a long flight. So
Well, that is our time, and that's pretty much all the questions. Is there anything else you want to ask, Ulu, Kaleo?
No. No. But I'm definitely gonna be up in your streams for sure.
yes, I
And I have
think
so much in common.
we do. We have too much in common to not, And I do have a Kick account, so I will follow you there too, and show some support when I can.
Oh,
Is it just? I want your link too. Is it in
Okay.
here?
go ahead
Yeah,
and tell
send me your
her
link.
your
My
gamer net
my
name.
gamer tag. It's Sugar Nips 1.
I see it on Discord. I just didn't know. I didn't want to. I feel like I've seen your name in my streams before.
You probably have.
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely seen that name. That's why I was like, wait, I know this name. It looks familiar.
I was everywhere on Twitch.
Okay, that makes sense.
I was
You
like
probably did
this
pop in.
close to partner, and then I had a mental break and needed to step away, and I stepped away for 2 months and it was never the
Gotcha.
same.
Yeah, it's hard to. Yeah, the momentum on Twitch is rough for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's hard to take time off because then it's like, oh gosh, now you have to build it back up. That's rough.
Yep.
From the time that I met Kaleo, I really thought that her gamer name really meant sugary nipples. I didn't know that there's an actual sugar nip, like the claw that clamps sugar cubes. I didn't know that's what it was referring to, but it's
No,
like a
you're
play.
talking about tongs. Sugar nips are the things that cut the sugar loaves.
Oh yeah, okay.
The
See,
sugar used to be kept in loaves
okay,
of sugar.
okay. That's why I was confused. I thought it was literally sugary nipples.
Well, my best friend, her gamer tag is Sugar Tits.
So that's that. We know that's
Yep.
what that means for sure.
But all right, guys. So as we start closing this podcast episode, I appreciate Ulu for coming on.
Of course.
Yes.
And we appreciate you guys listening, watching. If you guys want to check out Ulu's stream, it's going to be in the link below, and also Kaleo's stream on Kick, and the link below. Go ahead and check them out and follow and subscribe, and enjoy and laugh and maybe play some games with them. If they have community nights and stuff like that.
Yep.
Go ahead and like this video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification button so that you don't miss any episode. On Spotify, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Spotify, you can actually watch the podcast, so they have video podcasts now. So go ahead and watch it there too. Rate the episode out of 5 stars. And thank you for being here. Again, thank you for our sponsor, Okoa Ohana. Go check them out at okoaohana.com. Check out their merch. Super nice merch. I want to get their pog juice design. That one is freaking like legit. Make sure you use the discount code Supastarrtv for 15% off of your purchase. And without further ado, Kaleo, take us out.
with my
Oh
usual.
yes, with your usual.
Remember to be uniquely you. It's the best thing that you could ever do. I'm proud of you for it. Remember, you are always worth it. Remember to tell somebody you love them every day. Life's too short.
Yes, sir. And like I always say, treat everybody the way that you want to be treated. Just a golden rule. And what we said earlier, patience is key, right?
Yeah,
Ulu,
communication.
yeah, communication, patience, right? Ulu, any
Patience.
final words you want to say? Shout outs to anybody you want to shout out? Tomer. No, I'm just kidding.
What the heck? Homer? No, absolutely not. I'm just kidding. No, but no, just thank you for inviting me. Hopefully I was, I answered your questions, and I was kind of nervous, not gonna lie. But thank you for the invite. It was fun, and no, just shout out to my amazing community, Sokas. I love you guys, and to Thor for always supporting me, and then I guess to Bewitching, the inspiration who started it all, and now my favorite streamer and my best friend, my roommate. So here we are. We move on. No, but thank you, Supa, and thank you for. I mean, Supa's been freaking supporting me for a long time too, bro. Like always helping me with all these things. He's the one that taught me how to make my TikToks. So without you, I wouldn't be making my TikToks the way I do. So just
Thanks, Starr.
What?
yeah.
What?
See,
What?
What?
it's crazy. So no, just thank you to
Hello?
everyone. Thank you, Supa. I mean, Supa! Starr! Thank you, Starr! It's
all
not my
good.
fault! This
No.
is new information!
Oh,
I have to learn.
you know what? I didn't tell you that, but
You didn't!
No. But
Starr.
Kaleo, what were you talking about? You were like,
Hey,
yeah.
look,
right?
you help you. Okay, we'll take this off air.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the show. We are gonna catch you guys on the next episode. Shooties.